what I wanted to know was a little bit about your business to start with. What do you do?
Oh gosh, how long have you got? I do lots of things. I do lots of things. My main business is Scuba Advisor. Scuba Advisor was a vision that I had with my partner Rick about 3 years ago. We're divers, we're scuba divers, and if you have a bad scuba diving experience, it's potentially life-threatening. You know, it's not like going to a bad hotel where the sheets aren't clean. It's serious.
Yes.
And so we were searching the internet for information about dive centres, feedback from users, and simply couldn't find anywhere, so decided to build it. Naively decided to build it. And 3 years later, the site has got 10,000 pages on it, and it's going very well. We're currently raising funding to take it to the next level.
Okay.
My problem is I get very bored very easily, and routine is something which I don't enjoy, so I always dabble. And blogging started becoming more and more important to drive traffic, and so I started to develop a WordPress site for Scuba Advisor. And I went through so many hoops trying to teach myself how to use WordPress, how to understand about hosting, playing with plugins that didn't work, wasted a huge amount of time. And at the same time that I was doing that, I was building the blog for Scuba Advisor, I had bought a URL many years ago called Ask Me I'm a Girl. And I don't even remember how I came across Mark. I think it was probably on LinkedIn. But I saw a link to his webinar, Getting Started with WordPress. And I thought, bingo, that is what I need to do. And did his webinar. And at the end of that webinar, and he was very upfront about the fact that at the end of it, he was going to tell everybody a little bit about himself and his business and what he wanted us to do, i.e. sign up for his course. And his style is quite unusual in the style of a lot of people who are selling webinars. He's not in your face, he's not down your throat, he just says it as it is. And I just liked his style. I trusted him. And plus the fact that I think he was giving a money-back guarantee if after 2 weeks you didn't get any value. And why would you not do it? So I signed up for it, but decided that I wanted to use the course as an opportunity to start a site from scratch, as opposed to just learning a little bit more about the blog I'd already built. And so I decided to use Ask Me I'm a Girl as that, if you like, my example site on how to build a WordPress site from scratch, bottom up, doing everything in the right order.
Thank you. Well, Jackie, you said a lot that was really valuable, so I just want to recap it. One of the things I loved is that you appear to have taken your passion and you found a way to monetize it and turn it into a business, first with Scuba Advisor and now with Ask Me I'm a Girl, which is wonderful. And that you went into this knowing a little bit about WordPress, but you decided to really embrace the course as an opportunity to start fresh with something new and build your site brand new with him, with WordPress Academy.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly it. I could have said that, couldn't I?
You did, and in your beautiful English accent. So you started on Ask Me I'm a Girl, and there are so many things that are rich in what you said, but I want to say, what did you learn through the program that you had struggled with to learn on your own? Was there anything that comes to mind?
Very clear, very clear. Hosting. That's the first thing, and all the sort of what I term the back end stuff. You know, it's very easy to get a theme. It's very easy to put in a little contact form. You can grab some images. You can get a blog going very quickly. But it's a little bit like buying a laptop and starting to use it. Somewhere down the line, you are going to have a problem that you're not going to be able to solve, and the risk that you run by not understanding fundamentally how the product that you're using works means that you could potentially lose everything. In fact, if you don't back up properly. I never thought about doing site backups, etc. So going back to your question, what was it? Fundamentally, the utility side of running a website, where to host it, the things that you should do on a regular basis, the housekeeping stuff that you would never know about if you weren't taught that. Yes, I could spend hours going through various blogs on the internet. The information is out there, but not in a cohesive do this, then do this, then do this. You can grab all the bits, and if you're lucky, you get them in the right order, and you hit on the right things to do. But you need somebody who has got the experience. I'm a firm believer that if you're going to embark on something, always, always, always get a mentor. And if you're going to get a mentor who has done it, who has trodden that road and trodden it successfully, which is what I did with Supervisor. I went and got a mentor who helped me through how you build traffic and how you monetize a website. So when it came to this, why would I not get a mentor? You shortcut your learning so quickly. So yeah, the back end stuff.
Great. And do you feel confident now that as your business grows, you can grow your own website rather than paying a webmaster?
Absolutely. The only thing I can't do is graphics. That's the one thing that I'm always going to have to outsource. And I'm currently getting the Asking I'm a Girl logo designed by a guy in the UK who's actually going to be doing a cartoon image for me. And that's great. So, yeah, apart from everything else, yeah. And the thing is that the great thing about the WordPress Academy is that I've always got an opportunity to go back and ask questions. The support group, the LinkedIn group is fantastic. Although I've completed the course, I've signed up for the repeat course simply because I think probably I would say about 75% of what Mark covered in the course I understand and I've retained. The other 25% I haven't. I have to keep going back to the learning management system, which is looking great, by the way. Plus, of course, I've got the videos that I've downloaded of the lectures that Mark did. I have to keep revisiting. But I think the most valuable thing for me about taking the second course is being able to just listen into the coaching sessions. Even if I don't necessarily have an issue or a reason to be there other than to listen to other people's problems, you hear and you listen, and then you see how Mark solves them, and you learn about things that you don't know. It may be things that I never come up against, but sod's law is that you will come up against them, and if you've learned by other people's experiences, then great. So I'm in it for the coaching sessions, to be honest.
Great, thank you. I love how you said that the support's been helpful, the teaching sessions. Now you're in the UK and we're here on the East Coast of America. How did that work for you schedule-wise? There were sessions planned when you could get there?
No. The sessions, I think, were starting around about 10 o'clock our time in the night time. And I am what's termed a morning person, so there was no way. No way. So all I did was just, Mark put them up so quickly, I would just do them the next day. So I didn't leave at any time. By the time you woke up again the next day, I'd already listened to the lecture. I don't think that I lost anything as a result of not being in the lectures live because of the coaching sessions. And I think that's if the WordPress Academy has a unique selling point for me, and I've done a lot of webinars, it's the coaching sessions and the frequency of the coaching sessions. Fantastic. Because that's what people need when they're learning.
Great. Thank you, Jackie. That is just really wonderful information. You're very magnetic, so I think lots of people are going to want to ask you questions. Ask questions of the girl. I wish you a lot of success with both of the businesses, and thank you for spending some time with me.
Pleasure.